From New Haven, Connecticut, we welcome you to a top-of-the-table Ivy League clash between the Columbia Lions and Yale Bulldogs. Today is senior day here at Reese Stadium. Yale recognizing their 11 seniors pregame with their families and their fans. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Christine Huber. I'll be with you all day calling this Ivy League important matchup. Columbia Lions coming in today's game unbeaten in Ivy League play at 4-0-1. The Lions can clinch the title outright with a win today, along with a Princeton loss. As you see here, they're able to beat Cornell 4-1 at home a few weeks ago, and they also followed up with a win versus Dartmouth and a tie at Brown to remain unbeaten in the Ivy League. Yale playing at home, coming in with a lot of highs and lows these past few weeks. The high here is beating Princeton 2-1 at home, coming off of 2 goals scored by Alana Butcher. Butcher, using her left foot, was able to blast 2 goals by this Princeton defense, winning 2-1 at home. She became the 13th different goal scorer by Yale this season, and right now Yale has been hot at home at Reese Stadium. We'll see if Butcher and the Yale Bulldogs can pull off another victory today at home.
Life can be complicated, but the way we treat people, not complicated at all. Our teammates and our classmates, our neighbors and complete strangers. The ones that look like us and the ones that don't. People that we agree with and the ones we agree to disagree. How we respect one another and embrace our differences. How we treat one another. There is no in-between or other side. Listen to each other. Learn from each other. Act when you see what you don't believe. Expect equality. Life can be complicated. This part is not.
These Bulldogs are the top dogs. Auburn, an overtime winner. Princeton into the round of 32. And Cornell will play on championship Monday.
We see the promises you make. Doing more than your fair share. Working twice as hard. Saving lives, changing lives. And your life's work deserves nothing less than a lifetime guarantee. You made a promise. So did we. TIAA's promise of a guaranteed retirement paycheck for life is a promise that pays off.
I spy something huge, something mysterious, something tiny, something shiny, something old, something gold, something unexpected. What do we want to see today at the Yale Peabody Museum?
As an athlete, for many of us, it remains a part of your identity really for the rest of your life. I was fortunate enough to have many people there helping me during my athletic career, and so to now be able to give that back to my patients, to be able to help them, is incredibly fulfilling.
Welcome back here, live at Reese Stadium in New Haven, Connecticut. Nice sunny day today. We have starting goalkeeper for Columbia, Lauren Rodriguez. 10 games this year so far, 5th in the Ivy and 7th in save percentage. She's one of those shot stoppers that is going to get anything that's anywhere around her. And on the Yale side, we have Anna Shamgoshin. Anna was one of those who filled in after an injury to Kyla Holmes and has stepped right up. It's one of those you forget that she's a first-year goalkeeper. She's great with her feet. She's one of those who's going to start the offensive attack from Yale all the way from the back. So something to keep an eye on there to see what Columbia does to counterattack that. As we get ready for kickoff here, we have Yale in their white jerseys. Goalkeeper in pink. Columbia starting off in the Columbia navy blue with light blue shorts. Their goalkeeper, Rodriguez, will be in a green jerseys. Referees for tonight, center referee Stephanie McFarland. AR Stephen Miller, Frank Servino, and Angela Napatino will be our fourth official tonight. Yale Bulldogs will be going from right to left on your screen. Tonight's going to be an interesting matchup as both teams start out in a 3-5-2. We're going to see how they're going to match up with one another. Big thing to focus on is the outside flanks, those wingbacks. Who's going to dominate the most space and make the least amount of mistakes? One minute down already in this first half. And you can see the pressure that Yale is putting on from their, starting with their front forwards. Both coaches talking about how they want a high pressure. They want to put the other team under pressure in their own third. See what they can pick up. Not necessarily on that first pressure, but on that second pass. Nice little move there by Maya Tabion. Butcher able to take it from her. Rappel in. Rodriguez able to scoop that one up. Dangerous play there by the Yale Bulldogs. Great ball in by Butcher. Able to get behind defensive lines. That last line, Rappel just unable to connect on the back end of it. And then here's that pressure that we talk about. Jacobs doing a good job filling that midfield space and intercepting the pass. Yale type of team who likes to knock the ball about. They're going to play the way they face and try and keep as much possession as possible. Yale's back three, been the stronghold the entire season. Young and Booker back there, leading the pack. Elder, one of those strong defenders for Columbia. Our first-year player, something you don't even think about. She's very mature for her age and was able to step in right away and be an impact on this Columbia team. See Columbia with their back three as well. Bitzer does like to sneak up a little bit, so look for her to make offensive attacks through the middle. Easy call there by center official Stephanie McFarland. Yale has proven to be very deadly on their set pieces. They're able to score off corners, they're able to score off distances like this. Look for it to be a lob ball by Jacobs, putting it into the box. And let's see who's going to get to it first. Not too shabby there by Yale. Good attempt. Lundstedt unable to get up and over the ball to head it down. Just a bit too high for her. High pressure from Yale, just a little too much there. Golden just stepped in fouled in the box, but you can tell Yale's already coming here on senior day. They're trying to set this tone early. Beautiful day here in New Haven, about 64 degrees, slight breeze going across the field. Cahalan taken down, ball stripped from her, from Sophie Cavalier. She gets this offensive attack going for the Columbia Lions. Meredith Phillips for Yale on the outside flank there. Just one of those workhorses for this team. She's going to get up and down. Engine never stops running. Ball out of play there by Columbia. We'll have a Yale goal kick. Talking with Tracy Bartholomew in the pregame, one of the things she said they wanted to focus on today, just crisper passes, connecting their players, not turning the ball over. As we see there, that last one just kind of a wasted shot back and behind the goal. I'm sure she'd rather see them pull the ball back and across the goal mouth, try and find another player than to take a wasted shot. Nana Young to take this Yale throw in. Excellent split by Rappel. Cahalan taken down again. What a great job by Rappel, though. Able to receive the ball back to, recognizes where the defenders are, takes her perfect first touch back and to split the defense, send it off to Cahalan, who was fouled. So we have Logan Jacobs taking this free kick again for Yale. Let's see if she can float it into the box. Not a bad attempt there by the Bulldogs. You can tell Columbia was nice, packed, tight and compact in that box, not letting any ball go through them, protecting their goalkeeper, Lauren Rodriguez. Nice little strategy by Yale, making them play that long ball so they can win it up over midfield. Lundstedt so clutch in the midfield. A key point for today's game, how is each team going to react to this high pressure? Knowing every single time they get the ball, there's going to be immediate defense right on them. Yale switching field, circling this ball around to this left side. Let's see if they can find Butcher, and they do. Switching field, circling Columbia this ball able to intercept. They are deadly on their counterattack, so it's something to keep an eye on. It's going to be Columbia throw here. Once Columbia wins it in the midfield, they are just on their high horse and accelerate with such pace. Makes them so deadly. Shimgoshin with the ball at her feet now. We talked about how she's going to start the offensive attack from her feet, from her own goal box. Get it started. Only a first-year player. Nana Young taking this throw. Now Columbia showing their high pressure. Both of these teams play very similar. We're going to see them with the high pressure, starting with their forwards. And it's not necessarily that the forwards are going to win the ball. The goal is to have the midfielders win that second ball. That next pass is where they want to win it, and then accelerate on the counterattack. Rappel. We'll have another goal kick for Columbia. We know how deadly Yale can be on these corner kicks, so great defense by Columbia right now, keeping them off that corner. Rodriguez sets up to take the goal kick. Little love tap there by Belle Golden. Columbia's really going to have to be a little more efficient to break this high press from Yale. They have to be able to get a short pass, and then they have to get it long to switch the field on the opposite side. Nice defense by Booker, keeping her body in between the player and the ball. Ball was out of bounds, will lead to a Columbia throw-in. And you see Anna Shamgoshin there when she had the ball at her feet. One of the best players with her distribution, especially as a goalkeeper. We talked about the top of the hour. If Columbia wins today, along with a Princeton loss, they will seal it outright. Right now, Princeton is up on Dartmouth 2-0. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as that game kicked off about an hour before us. Kicked off at 1, so we're going to keep an eye on that. If Princeton wins, they can share the title with a Columbia win tonight. Last 2 weeks of the Ivy League season, so a lot at stake here. And here's this Columbia high pressure. Wide open on the right side. Phillips unable to keep that ball down, but she was by herself there. Can Yale get a switch? Look at Phillips go with that defensive pressure. Yale, as we like to know, they like to play a lot of players, so depth could be key today for them if they're going to continue to play this high pressure, especially from their wing backs. You want to keep them nice and fresh, having fresh legs up and down the flanks. As the foul there called against Yale. Elder so composed on the ball for her first year. Nice little layoff there. Good little combo by Columbia. Looks like we're going to have a goal kick. About 30 minutes left in this first half. Beautiful sunny day here in New Haven. And it looks like they're going to switch it to a corner kick. About 30 minutes left in this. So Columbia with the first corner kick of the day for either team.
He's got it down there. He said he had a corner.
Yale's going to be marked up man-to-man in that box. They have 2 players on the post. Keep your eye on that ruckus in front of Shamgoshen in goal right now. And looks like we have a goal kick. A little aerial battle there for the ball. Leads to a Yale goal kick. Set pieces are going to be a key take today. Both teams are excellent in defending and in scoring off set pieces. Columbia pressure just little by little sneaking up, taking their space. Well, the Yale throw. Let's see if Yale's able to get this ball switched over to the other side of the field. See if they can find Phillips over there. Nice turn by Lundstedt. Missed clearance by Columbia. Rappel shot blocked. This is where Columbia is dangerous on this counterattack if they start flying numbers up. And that's one of the things Coach Bartholomew wants to do a better job at. More crisp passes. Don't turn the ball over in the midfield, especially with no pressure or limited pressure. It's a missed opportunity right there for Columbia. Hard tackle. Let's see if Yale can get some more numbers up to get involved as they play Booker in. Tackle. You know, it's both center backs for both teams really sneaking up, getting into that space in the midfield. Lundstedt receives the ball with their chest. Rappel has the space. A little battle around the corner flag, and it winds up being Yale's first corner of the day. I think the flag had a little bit of a tough time there with that battle. Yale, as we've talked about, been so deadly on their corner kicks. Everybody's been getting involved, scoring on the back end of them. Not a bad idea. Rappel with the in-swinger. Logan Jacobs just unable to find the target, but not a bad idea there. Just redirecting it onto target, just a bit wide. Good little combo play by Columbia. Now Columbia able to reset their offense from the back. Playing over to Elder. It's important that Yale stays nice and tight defensively here. They cannot let their defenders get split. Nice turn. Ojo serves it in. And we will have our second Columbia corner kick for the day. They're able to get their head on the last one, but unable to keep it on target. Stephanie Young will be the one to take this corner kick. We have a short corner. Oh, unlucky there. Columbia still able to keep possession after that mistouch. Not a bad short corner idea, though. Woo! Nice move. Prusak just showing off her offensive skills there. Such technique that she has with the ball at her foot. And the scout shows that as she's just being surrounded by Yale defenders every time she gets the ball now. Excellent defense there on Ramirez. Ramirez, one of those tricky players. Offensive player of the week back on September 3rd. She has 6 goals, 7 assists so far this year. And you see right there, she's so quick with the ball at her feet. She can turn, she can accelerate, and she will attack these defensive players. Golden on the receiving end here. Nice ball, great through ball by Columbia. Meredith Phillips with her speed able to intercept it.
What's that? Not enough for me to give it to her now.
Shem Goshen with the ball at her feet. Plays over to Nana Young. Butcher with the ball up. A little bit of sun could be an issue here for Rodriguez. She's able to get that ball. Something to keep an eye on. Is this sun going to impact Rodriguez in this first half? So we see there, that wasn't the most easiest ball for her to handle. A little bit of sun could be an issue here for Rodriguez. She's able to get that ball. Something to keep professional foul there done by Yale. A little bit of sun could be an issue here for Rodriguez. She's able to get that ball. Something to keep an eye on. Is this sun going to impact Rodriguez in this first half? So we see there, that wasn't the most easiest ball for her to handle. A little bit of sun could be an issue here for Rodriguez. Columbia getting subs ready to enter the field to play. Nice move, little speed move. See if Columbia can get their attack started here. Yale doing a good job with their defensive pressure, as we see right here. Good no call by the official. Unlucky there by Lundstedt, missed pass. And we'll have an offside call on Columbia. Tabion just needs to time her run a little bit. She was offside and then she checked into the ball, back into the space. So the linesman put the flag up. Rappel in the box. We'll have another corner kick for Yale. Yale's second corner kick of the day. Let's see if they can make something out of this. Rappel, the one to take it. She's going to take it with her left foot, an in-swinger. Just a little too much to the far post. I'd like to see some Yale players back out. That way they can attack that ball. Butcher with the ball in. Looks like we'll have another corner kick here. Let's see if Yale can make some adjustments here. Get a player a little further out, outside the 6-yard box. That way they can come in and attack this ball that Rappel's going to put in. A nice, soft, fluffy ball is usually what Rappel puts in, bending it in with her inside of her left foot. Same play, same result. And we have a sub for Columbia coming in right now. Number 13, Charlize Berry. She's taking out number 29, Stephanie Young. Berry from Alamo, California. She is a junior. 2 goals and 1 assist so far this season. Here's a Columbia counterattack. Tabion, so much pace when the ball's at her feet.
Yep. All right, good.
Ramirez so dangerous with the ball at her feet. Zero 0 so far. About 16 and a half left in this first half. Lundstedt choosing to reset it to Booker. Resetting back with Shamgoshin. Let's see if Yale can break this last line of defense from Columbia. They've been working around the middle, but not too many breaks. And entering the game, number 33, Ashley Kirshner. She is going to take out Belle Golden. So this is a forward-for-forward switch here. Kirshner is going to be one to stretch this forward line for Yale. She's going to want to almost post up their back defenders. Receive the ball to her feet. She's going to look to lay it off or a quick turn. And here comes Columbia, dangerous attack. It's another Lions corner kick, third of the day. It looks like we have Columbia trying to get a sub in. Columbia with the ball in. Another missed header. So I'm going to keep an eye on. Right now, Columbia is winning those head balls offensively. Number 17, Caroline Harness, enters the game for Yale, along with number 19, Abigail Solomon. So one of the things the Yale coaching staff likes to do, they like to give their starters a break. About 15 minutes left in this half. They'll take that break as they can't re-enter into the first half. They'll have a 20-minute break for halftime, and then they'll either re-enter at the start of the second, or if their subs have proven their worth, they'll come in later on in the second half. So something to keep an eye on. Yale wants those fresh legs, and they have that depth. They really don't miss a beat when they put other subs in. It's just so important for Yale to keep fresh legs out. Ooh. Block or charge? Little miscommunication for Yale. Rodriguez will take her time setting up the goal kick here. See Abigail Solomon in your screen. Here comes that pressure by Kirshner. Columbia breaks it quite easily. It's a nice switch. Young has time. It's a great idea from Yale. That's what they work on in practice every day. Unable to connect, though. They want to keep sending that ball down the line. That's where they feel they have the advantage. Get that ball nice and wide out to the flank and then get a cross in. See if Columbia can escape this Yale high pressure. Definitely not the hardest foul we've seen today. Foul called on Kirshner. And a pretty clean game so far. Not many hard hits, only a few fouls called. Both of these teams just so technical. She's onside if she can get there. Butcher unable to save that ball. Columbia now is the one who needs to get this switch, and there it is. Open this game up. Get the ball nice and wide. Get the defense switching and shifting over. That will create the gaps and the open holes in the center of the field. Wow, you see how quick she is. Columbia with another corner kick. Their fourth corner of the day. So it's important that Yale's able to get up and attack this ball out of the air, because we've seen Columbia win the last ones. Yale matched up man to man right now. Imano.
Ani, I went for a lawn, so you go. Yeah.
In swinger ball in. Nice save by Shamgoshin. Great punch out there. Shamgoshin showing how dominant she is in the box. And I mean, this is so important right here. I said Yale has to be the first one to the ball, and if it's Shamgoshin who is, that's who does it, and she does such a good job getting that ball out nice and high and out of the box so there's no rebound whatsoever. Great goalkeeping skills. Shamgoshin, the first year out of East Providence, Rhode Island, coming up big on that corner. See Columbia just having a little chat there with the center official, Stephanie McFarland. Nine minutes left in this first half here. Dangerous ball. See how much pressure Barry is putting on this Yale back line. Shamgoshin quick off of her line, able to get that head ball from Nana Young. We have some subs coming in. Annika Bryant, along with Alex Chang. Alex just coming back from playing with Korea in the U20 World Cup. Columbia really picking up this pressure now. Here comes Columbia now on the attack. Looks like we're going to have a Yale goal kick.
Yale substitution, number 7, Alex Chang. Number 13,
So far, first half, been a pretty clean game. You can see the technique of both teams. Still staying within their formation. It's just important to focus on those outside wingbacks. They're going to be flying up and back. Who's going to win that battle? So you see Booker there going in strong. A little heavy touch there. Stephanie McFarland's going to back up Columbia a little bit. And we'll have a white throw. Nana Young here to take this throw. Nana, one of the 11 seniors being honored here today. It's been such a mainstay in this back line here for the Yale Bulldogs the last few years. Ooh, dangerous touch. Ramirez sends the ball down. Well, ball stayed in. Thought Angel took it over the line. Good battle there. Christian able to come back, win that ball. Great moves by Cahalan. Off to Kirshner. Can she find the open player? And she does. What a shot! What a goal! Caroline Hernus with a blast from outside of the box puts Yale up 1-0. What great play from Yale, able to keep possession, finding the open player, Hernus, as she blasts it low and hard, right by Rodriguez. What a finish. And credit Cahalan. I mean, what work she was doing on the outside flank there, able to keep possession, get by her players, finds Kirshner in the midfield, who's able to find the open player. Yale coaching staff has to be happy with that lineup. And with that goal by Hernus, she becomes the 14th different goal scorer for Yale this season. Absolutely amazing. Who are you going to stop on Yale? So important here with only a few minutes left in this halftime that Yale takes the lead. 1-0. We have a little debate over the ball here. Ball in the box. Yale able to clear it out. Less than 4 minutes left in this first half. See if Kirshner can save this ball. I like it. Should be a Yale throw, and it is. Columbia continuing with this high pressure. See if Yale can string together some passes just like they did on that last goal. Great pattern play. Hernus being set in again. Yale has been so successful in that passing pattern, keeping it out wide, finding that center forward, and then sending it off to the open player.
Yep, you're fine, Leigh. You're fine. Yep, good, Tim.
Rodriguez gonna pass this off. Here's this Yale pressure right now. Great first touch. Yale really picking up the defensive pressure here compared to other games. They're really coming in quite heavy here on the ball. And quite frankly, it's been working. Hernus, a little too much contact on that. See if Columbia can get something going these last less than 2 minutes of the half. She's on. Excellent call by the linesman there as the ball just barely goes over the touchline. A little bit of space there you saw. But you can see how tricky Rodriguez is in getting behind. So we see Sam Goshen there. What a punch out she had off the corner kick just a few moments ago. One minute remaining in this first half. Yeah, waiting, sucking in those Lions defensive pressure. They need to find that open player once they do suck them in. 30 seconds. The Yale defense and the Yale coaching staff have to be happy so far with tonight's first half performance, keeping Columbia to no goals so far. Columbia, on the other hand, they have to look to shut down these passes, and how Yale's making it through. As we end this half right now, exciting first half, Yale is up 1-0 here in New Haven, Connecticut. We'll be back with halftime stats and replays after this.
To me, belonging is not just being accepted in a space, but being wanted there. You feel needed. You feel like your contribution is irreplaceable.
When I think of where I belong or how I feel included, it's feeling comfortable in the space that I'm in, feeling like I can be myself, and it's knowing that there's an opportunity for me to make changes or speak out.
Inclusion and belonging stems from not only like being invited to the party, being asked to dance.
I think that a big thing that a lot of us deal with is imposter syndrome and feeling like we don't belong in a lot of the spaces that we're in. And so I think a big part of my own becoming a better person was realizing I do belong in these spaces. And then once I got to that point, I think that passing that along is one of the most important things that I can do.
One of the biggest things that you get from sport is friendship, it's community, it's self-confidence. So when it comes to inclusion, I want to make sure that even if you're not having a great day on the court, you didn't have a great match, or, you know, frankly, you're not playing right now, do you still feel part of the team? Do you still feel part of the athletic community?
It's easy to feel a little bit left out in high school, easy to feel like the odd one out. And I guess Brown made me feel like I was surrounded by people who like got me in a way.
I think to start everything, it is conversation that has to happen, and then it'll turn into action. Once you bring it in more people's minds that it is an issue or it is something that wants to be celebrated, it gets a lot easier to kind of continue.
There's a lot of people coming after me, and I want them to have a better experience than even I had, and keep passing that down through the generations to come.
Basketball history.
Absolute commitment to gender equity, providing opportunities for our female students to compete at the highest level.
3 championships in a row.
We couldn't have done what we did as a team or individually without each other.
Welcome back to Reese Stadium in New Haven, Connecticut, as Yale right now leads Columbia 1-0 at the half. Today, Yale was able to honor their seniors along with their fans, their family. Everybody was here, and talking to some of these seniors, They mentioned some of their favorite memories have been beating Princeton home, not once, but twice. We saw it 2 weeks ago. We also saw it back in 2022 when they beat Princeton right here at home with a 1-0 victory. And who else scored a goal? But Ellie Rappel with the goal, one of the seniors that we have been honoring today. So Rappel scored again. Let's see if she can get a goal today. Highlights and stats coming up when we return. And then we're staying, yeah? Here we are back at Reese Stadium in New Haven, Connecticut. I am Christine Huber. Right now, Yale is leading Columbia Lions 1-0. When we return, we'll have stats, highlights, and the second half kickoff right after this. Welcome back to Reese Stadium, in the heart of Yale campus in New Haven, Connecticut. So we take a look at what just happened in this first half. A lot of excitement, and it was Yale, a lot of corner kicks from both teams there. Yale unable to capitalize on their corner kicks, as you see Logan Jacobs just miss a bit wide. And Columbia, we knew they were going to come with the high pressure from their forwards, and they certainly did that. They had their chances. Nothing really too crazy, no shots on goal, but that save right there by Sam Goshen winds up being a big one and keeping Columbia out of the back of the net. So we see their pressure continued. And then Yale started connecting with their passing. It was a lot of work by Taylor Cahalan, and then Kirschner able to make this pass to Hernes right here. And what a shot we had there, which led to the goal. Everybody knew it was going in as soon as it left her foot. Stats so far, shots. The Lions have 0 shots so far, where the Bulldogs have 2, obviously with 1 going in. Corner kicks, interesting take right now, no pun intended, but Lions have 4, Bulldogs have 3. Possession's been a little mixed, with Columbia actually taking 53% of the possession and Yale 47. 0 saves for each of the keepers, as that last corner kick there was not actually a shot, considered a cross in. So we see Lauren Rodriguez right there. Hasn't been tested too much except for that one shot that blew by her. Tough long-range shot, and especially with the sun that was in her eyes as she was taking that shot, as Hernes was taking it. Yale coming out to take this second half kick. Looks like we'll be going with that same starting lineup. Yale did a good job knocking the ball about like they always do. I think they did a better job than in the past in connecting lines, finding their forwards, finding their outside wingbacks. Let's see if they can keep that up for this second half. And Columbia right away going to their outside flanks. Both teams in that 3-5-2 lineup. So with that, very similar, both teams are going to be attacking that outside flanks, and it's really going to be who has the motor, who has the energy, who has the effort to keep up, to go from box to box on that outside. And we talked about corner kicks here. This will be Columbia's 5th corner kick. We saw Sam Goshen with the great save, clearing it out, punching it out. It's important that Yale is first one to the ball as this ball enters the box. Elder's going to be one to take this ball in. Looks like it's going to be an outswinger. Great save! Scrum in the box! Yale able to clear it off the line! Don't forget that sun is going to be a factor, and you could tell right there. Sam Goshen just a bit blinded by it, still able to get her hands on it. And in that scrum, it looks like Yale defenders were able to clear it off the line. As we see this again, I mean, great ball in. Sam Goshen just able to get her palms on that. And look at the scrum as everybody's trying to get that ball either in or keep it out of the net. Yale was the one to keep it out. Scary moment if you're a Bulldog fan there. Cahalan wasting no time and just serving it, clearing it down into the middle. Garcia coming back to win this ball. Nice little play down the line. Rappel able to receive it. Rappel makes a move. Nobody there on the back end. Excellent cutback by Rappel, though. She just needs to find a player in the box. Cahalan trying to keep possession with this pressure. I think we're going to have no call there with a little play on. Columbia going off on the pressure just a little bit, letting Yale bring it up till they get to their next line. As we see Ramirez looking to cut down this angle. Gonna be a Yale kick. Let's see if Yale can keep finding these gaps, these holes in this Columbia defense. They're playing such high pressure on the ball as we see there. Little stiff arm called against Yale. Columbia playing well today, just unable to really break this back line of Yale. They've been able to keep possession in the middle of the field, unlike right there. Play on, says the official. See if Yale can take advantage of this. Not a bad ball. Ball's out, ball's loose. And we are going to have a foul on, I believe, Belle Golden in the box. Let's see this here. Is this nice service in? And as both players are going for the ball, yeah, good call there by the official. Rodriguez had the ball, had it in her hands. Golden just continuing through for the foul. Nice little play up through the middle for Columbia. See if Yale can split some defenders here, trying to get numbers up on the offensive attack. Shemgoshen, first year with the ball. Good interception by Lundstedt. Nice little back heel pass to Cahalan. Excellent passing patterns right now by Yale. Ooh. Close one. Golden unable to get her foot on, but great passing pattern by Yale through the midfield, able to get that ball over the top. We've already seen a few balls over the top, so I bet it was part of the coaching plan at halftime. And you know what? There's nothing better than players that are going to execute your halftime plan. Here comes that pressure. Ramirez sliding in, trying to get the ball. Lundstedt double teamed. Ooh, nutmeg. Columbia on this counterattack. Let's see if they can make something happen. Numbers up if they play it right. Ball in the box. Ooh, speed move on the line. Butcher having to put it out for a corner kick. We do have a final score. Princeton 4, Dartmouth 0. So that means no matter what the result is today, Columbia cannot win the outright title. A win today, they would share it with Princeton. Ball decided to be put out a little further out of the box. Good defense by Rappel there. We'll have a Yale goal kick coming out.
When Andy's dribbling, you gotta release. She's looking for something to break.
Something just to be aware of as Columbia keeps having all of these corner kicks. They're just so strong on their set pieces. We've already seen a few good chances from them. So it's something Yale needs to focus on. They need to be the first ones to win the ball in the air. Nice pass out by Sham Goshen. Booker sends the ball up. Excellent on the ball defense by Columbia today. Gang defense by Yale, able to stop Columbia's attack, but they win it back. They're in the box. Barry with the ball at her feet.
Nice, man. That's our ball.
Hey, 10 on 26. Andy, check her.
Great work, number 12.
26 pops. He passed it too.
Columbia doing a good job keeping the ball down in their offensive third. Yet to record a shot. Colombian throw in on the sideline here. See if they can switch the field. Rodriguez way out. Oh, takedown. Referee says no call. And there are some very upset Bulldogs about that, and I do not disagree with that at all. Not only that, but that might have even been a denying of a goal-scoring opportunity on this one as Rodriguez comes way out. Hard to tell whether she clips Rappel's foot or not. But I tell you what, if she did clip her foot, that's an automatic red card. We do not have video replay here for the Yale women. We have it for the Yale men, and it's something that the coaches and the program decides before the season begins. So important to note that we do not have video replay for the Yale women's team. Head coach Sarah Martinez obviously a little heated. I think the official is basically saying that there was no contact there. Rappel clearly saying that she was clipped. And again, it becomes an important decision only because it was Rodriguez that made the contact that far out of the box. So if that's the case, it's an automatic dogo, and it's a red card, which means it's a man down plus your starting goalkeeper. So it's a big time no call by center referee Stephanie McFarland. Oh, sheesh. And this is going to be an interesting call here. The linesman has raised his flag. It cannot be offside because it's coming off of the... All right, cannot be offside because it's off of the player, off of the offensive player. The question is, did he raise his flag saying that's a foul against Sham Goshen here? As we see, I mean, she was hit pretty hard. So I believe they are going to call a foul on Columbia. It cannot be offside anymore because it came off of Sham Goshen. So there was no other play there except the call. It was just kind of odd that the linesman was the one to call it and not the center ref. And this Yale coaching staff has got to be losing their mind a little bit on the sideline with this. Let's see how they can react. Nice move there by Rappel. A little bit of a heavy touch by Lundstedt, but great play. Rappel with a little shimmy shake on the ball, able to lose her defender and get a nice easy cross in. Lundstedt on the back end, but just too much of a touch. And we're going to have an offside call. Easy call there by the linesman. So it's definitely been an interesting second half to start off with. Had a few no calls. Both benches are absolutely going nuts right now. Offside here, so it would be an indirect kick. So let's see how each team reacts here. It's always different when you have officials making different calls and you're not sure. Lundstedt with the steal. What a save by Rodriguez. Yale seems to be picking up the tempo. As soon as Coach Martinez throws her hat on the ground, the team steps up. Yale with another corner kick. And this was a great turn shot by Lundstedt. And wow, look at Rodriguez, just able to time that, punch that out and over the bar. In swinger in. Golazo! We have an Olympico off the corner kick. We know how deadly Yale can be on these corner kicks, and they strike again. Nobody touches it. It's what we call an Olympico. And it looks like they're going to credit Butcher with that goal. Our player to watch from earlier. She scored 2 goals against Princeton here 2 weeks ago. She's right-footed, but can also strike a ball left-footed, as we saw against Princeton. Butcher's senior day, and she wanted to get on the board. Butcher's 3rd goal of the season. She got Ivy Offensive Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. And what a big goal for the Bulldogs. Puts them up 2-0. Never mind. Yale up 2-0 against a #1 team in the Ivy League right now. Let's see how Columbia is going to react to this. We always say it's those next 5 minutes after a goal is scored. That's the most intense. That's when both teams need to step it up. Both teams need to make something happen, especially Columbia. Here's that pressure again. This certainly is not what Columbia expected to happen here. Yale just so strong here at Reese Stadium. Only lost 1 game this year so far, and that's to Fordham. And if you've been following Fordham at all, they have had a season, an excellent season this year, and that is the only team to beat them this year here at Reese Stadium. They love to protect this house. They love to play here, and you can tell right now they're up 2-0 on the #1 team. Rappel able to intercept. Nice little switch there to Lundstedt. Whew. Rodriguez able to keep that ball down. Definitely would not count Columbia out. They can score so quickly. They have such firepower up front. 2-0 goal. It's one of the most dangerous leads to have in soccer. Columbia called offside again. You can tell they're really trying to target those outside flank players to get by this Yale defense. Andy Miller brings this ball up in line with the linesman. So important now that Yale does a little clock management. 27 minutes remaining. Little indecisiveness by Andy Miller. Eventually gets that ball released. Yikes. Columbia definitely getting a little chippy here with the center official. Something to keep an eye on. Does that motivate them or does it hurt them? Seeing Gabby Chan there just looking for a call from the official there. Yeah, a little arm tug there, warranted of the call. Good interception here by Columbia, and they're off to the races. Columbia is so quick on their counterattack. Nice ball in the box. Jim Goshen there, great shielding by Nana Young though, keeping that Columbia player away from the goal. Meredith Phillip, slow to get up. Ball in the box, it's loose. Sam Goshen able to jump on top of it. Starting to get intense here in this second half. Both teams want this win. Columbia, great service in. Unable to get a foot on it. Shamgoshen able to cover it up. Don't forget, the sun is in her eyes, especially coming from the top side of your screen. So let's see if Columbia is going to take advantage of that and try and get some shots. Wide open in the box. Oh. And we have a Columbia goal. We talked about that sun. I don't know if it got in Sam Goshen's eyes or not, but either way, it's in the back of the net. Columbia with a quick strike. And what a turn. Left-footed, might have been deflected in. And it looks like the goal scored by Maya Tabion, her third goal of this season. One of the things I talked about with Coach Bartholomew before the game, and we talked about Maya, and she said one of the things she needs to do is keep finishing, needs to work on her finishing. She said she's so technical with the ball. She's fun to watch, as we saw right there. And guess what? She must have listened to Coach, because she certainly finished that one. It's now 2-1 with 25 minutes left in this Ivy League battle. Number 1 Columbia facing number 4 Yale. Yale wants these points. They don't want to be knocked out of the Ivy League playoffs. Only 4 teams make these playoffs. Columbia have already secured a bid. Tabion called offside. Coach Bartholomew, she has now lost her hat. No coaches have any hats on either sideline. They've all been thrown. Andy Miller set to take this kick. A foul against Yale. Sorry, against Columbia. Right now, Yale with the lead, starting to get a little feisty on the field. This means a lot for both teams. Again, Yale sitting in 4th right now. As we see this foul again. Yeah, just a little too late is Abigail Solomon coming in late on that tackle. She has had and been called for a few fouls today, so something to keep an eye on if the officials keep in tally. Nice line work by Columbia. Unlucky. Sam Cohn unable to keep that ball in. Bad turnover there by Yale. Columbia's in the box. Unable to finish. They do get a corner kick. Table momentum really switching towards Columbia right now. Yale has to dig deep, buckle in. Yale has to be the first one in the air to win this ball. They have to be able to clear it. Elder with the service in. Unlucky, just a bit too far there by Elder, but not a bad ball. That ball's going across, and don't forget, will eventually be in the sun of Sam Goshen if it's put back across the box. Good idea by Columbia. They just need someone on the back end. Here comes that Columbia pressure right now. Yale needs to stay calm and composed under this pressure. Can they find the open player? Boca gets the ball. Columbia able to intercept. Can they save it? Ball still alive. Clear it out. Let's take another look at this here. Columbia, Ackerman coming down hard on the line. Just unable to get another player there, but Columbia getting a lot of chances right now. They've really been sticking it to Yale in their offensive third. Little confusion over who's taking the throw. Ball still in play. Look at that hustle. Ackerman not giving up on the ball. Ojo sends the ball out. Nice cross in. Can Columbia get on the back end of it? They have it in the box. Great defense by Butcher. Columbia just bringing this high pressure. Yale unable to get it out of their own defensive third. Looks like we'll have a handball going in. 19 minutes remaining. We have a battle here. Number 1 Columbia taking on number 4 Yale as the ball goes in. And it's a goal! Wow, has momentum completely shifted. Columbia down 2-0. Now, all of a sudden, it is 2-2 in just a few moments. And what a service in. An excellent head ball. Scored by Sam Cone. And she's been one of those wingbacks we have seen up and down the flank. Celebrate, my friend. You just tied the ball game 2-2. Sam Cone's 3rd goal this season. And that's someone who we have just seen work so hard on both ends of the ball, up and down. We talked about the first half. In the first half, how clutch those wingbacks are. Both squads playing in a 3-5-2, so it really depends on which wingbacks we're gonna get it. And Sam Cone was able to win that battle right there. 2-0 lead is one of the most dangerous leads in soccer. Take a few breaths. Next thing we know, it's 2-2. We are in for an exciting last 18 minutes of this game. Both teams battling. Both teams want 3 points. They're not going to settle for 1 point each. Number 1 Columbia facing number 4 Yale in Ivy League right now. Columbia recently ranked number 6 in the region by the United Soccer Coaches Association. Columbia wound up going to the 2nd round of NCAA's last season. beating Rutgers, their first ever NCAA win, and then eventually losing to Clemson in the second round. Columbia not done yet. They have another corner kick. Their 8th corner kick of the game. A lot of Columbia fans made this trip. Roar, Lion, roar. We've already seen him score off one corner kick. Can Columbia get another one? Short corner. Ball back in. Scrum in the box. Columbia looking for a handball. No call made. Nice one-touch passing by Columbia, able to break this Yale defense. Just too heavy of a pass. Great passing pattern by Columbia, though, able to knock that ball about. As soon as they split the Yale defenders, it automatically makes them numbers up. They eliminate 2 defenders with 1 pass. Fifteen and a half minutes remaining. Just a few minutes ago, the game was 2-0, Yale leading. All of a sudden, it is now 2-2. Columbia not taking the foot off the gas pedal. Not a bad idea by Yale. Columbia going with this momentum now, keeping it up. Times the run. Nice moves. And I think everyone's a bit confused as to what the call is here. Ramirez doing a great job attacking the defense. It's what she does. She's quick with the ball. September Offensive Player of the Week, and she knows how to attack players on that flank. Looks like the linesman pointed to a corner and then reverted back to a goal kick. See some miscommunication, we'll say, between the 4th official and the center official. Sarah Martinez trying to get her subs in during that goal kick and unable to. And now she'll be able to get him in. Meredith Phillips re-enters the game along with Vienna Lundstedt, gets those starters back in for the last 14 minutes. One of the things Coach Martinez really prides herself is the depth of this year's squad. She's able to bring players in and out. They don't really miss a beat. That level stays high. Ramirez off to the races. Can she save it? She cannot. Ramirez just so fast. Here comes that Columbia pressure. Nice defense by Courtney Root. This could be dangerous. Ramirez with the ball in. It's going to be an interesting last 13 minutes. Both teams wanting to win. They're not going to settle for a tie. It's going to be high pressure on both sides.
Okay, who are you going after?
Number 10.
Columbia looking to put some subs in here, switch it up a little bit. Number 20, Angel Akirelge coming in. She brings this height, especially on the corner kicks.
Yeah, he told you stop. All right, we're under 15. Go.
See who's going to handle this pressure these last 12 minutes. Nice ball in by Cahalan. Rappel triple teamed and can see why. Dangerous every time she gets the ball. Enter the game, number 29, Stephanie Young for Columbia. Ernest with the ball again. Oh. Pretty nice little tug there on Cahalan. I think we will have our first card of the day. See this here. I mean, Cahalan just goes up and down that flank. Really, the only way you're going to stop her is by yanking her down. Yellow card on number 12, Sam Cohn. First yellow of the day. Not the best ball served in there by Jacobs. Yale still able to maintain possession. And offside on Yale. Pace has slowed down just a bit these last few minutes. Wild and Fury before as Columbia was able to come back from 2-0 down and tie it up 2-2. Here's Yale's counterattack. Angel with the ball in the midfield. Makes a move by. Can she find some friends? And she does. Cone serves it in. Missed shot there. Oof. Could have been dangerous. Shot lands right at Shamgoshen. And it looks like referee will stop the clock as we have a Columbia player down. Trainer's coming out. So we see Shamgoshen there. That sun still being a factor. I think on that first goal on the corner kick, I think it got into her eyes a little bit. Nana Young's going to talk to the first year, kind of explain to her what is going on, what they need to do to close out this game with a win or a tie. Young played for the Finnish youth national team and played at the U17 FIFA World Cup. She is the team captain this year and has just been a mainstay the past 4 years for Yale. As we see Coach Sarah Martinez, her 4th season Her hat's back on, so things are good. Things have settled down on the bench. She's done such a great job with this program, just turning it around, empowering these women on and off the field. And Martinez was Ivy League 2022 Coach of the Year. Well deserved on that. Columbia pressure continues. Nine and a half minutes remaining. Number one, Columbia was down 2-0. And now it is 2-2 against number 4, Yale. Columbia scored in the 64th minute and the 71st minute. As Yale coming on their counterattack right now. Great through ball. Rappel's onside. And that's the type of attention Rappel gets everywhere with every game. She's constantly double and triple teamed. A little unlucky there, ball through on Meredith Phillips. Yale got their goals from Caroline Harness in the 39th minute and Alana Butcher in the 59th minute. Butcher got Offensive Player of the Week a few weeks ago after her 2 goals here against Princeton. Columbia just full speed ahead. Yale unable to really get this ball out. Nice moves by first-year Elder on that right side. Yale's gonna push up now. Try and get Columbia under pressure. And will be Yale throwing. 7.5 minutes remaining. Ivy League battle. Columbia trying to put a sub in, not on their throw in, so fourth official brings Maddie Ramirez back. Cone gets the ball. Nice through ball. Angels on the run. Nice ball in the box. Can Columbia finish? They can! So much time and space in the box. Turn, touch, shot into that upper 90 corner. What a finish. And you can see Angel with a nice ball in. Maya Tabion with that finish. Nice little spin move. Left 1-on-1. Wow, Columbia was down 2-0, and they've come back to score 3 unanswered goals. Columbia has not let up on the gas pedal at all this second half. We know how deadly they are with scoring and how quick they can score on their counterattack. And they may not even be done yet. Let's see how Yale reacts now. Next 5 minutes, most important, what can Yale do to come back? Hard hit. Head injury. We're going to stop the clock right away. And there's obviously a head injury, so referee doing the right thing there, stopping the clock, calling in the medical team right away. Meredith Phillips being helped to her feet. What a workhorse she is. I mean, up and down that flank. She is nonstop. She seems to be okay, so I think when the fourth official allows her, she will re-enter. Yale playing numbers down until she returns. Columbia on a breakaway. Tavion with the ball. Can she find a teammate? She does. We've talked about it all day, how deadly Columbia is on this counterattack. Not one person, two people right there for a shot. And Lou Isabel is the one who launches it up over the goal, but scary moment for Yale there. Columbia just demonstrating why they're the #1 team in the Ivy League right now. Offensively, just one of the best offenses in the league, ranked #6 regionally. Their losses so far have come at Vanderbilt, who's receiving national votes, at North Carolina, who is that point #2, now #4 in the country, and at Penn State, who is #12, now #16th in the country. This Columbia team is a legit team. Let's see if Yale can pull something out of their pocket. They've got to pick up this pace a little bit. They need to match Columbia's intensity. Andy Miller keeping possession, doing a little dance on the ball. Oh. Looks like that'll be a card there. Oh, #8. Sophia Cavalier, who's one of Columbia's great players in the midfield. She does all those little things, reads the game, very smart. Before today, scored Columbia's last 2 goals, a penalty at Dartmouth, and then a goal at Brown. Unlucky there by Butcher. Rodriguez just gonna lay down on the ball. Take as much clock off as possible. Have about 3.5 remaining. The clock you see on your screen is the clock we are following. There is no extra time. Angel cruising by. Look at that turn. Got another ball in the box by Columbia. See if Yale can break through here. If you just tuned in, we have had a good one here today. Yale was up 2-0. Columbia able to fight their way back. This could be dangerous. Columbia still trying offensively to go. Booker is the one who's able to intercept that. Let's see what Yale has left in the gas tank. Just over 2 minutes remaining. We've got Ashley Kirshner coming in right now. I believe she'll take out Meredith Phillips. 2 minutes. Yale needs to dig deep here to get this equalizer. Can Kirshner get that ball in? She cannot. Rodriguez going to take her time with the ball now. What a team this Columbia squad is. Lundstedt has the ball. Columbia able to save it in. This could be dangerous. Shimgoshin able to get that ball. Ramirez just so quick, so fast. Any through ball, you just think she has it. And it looks like the ref is going to stop the clock, restart the clock. Yale needs to get forward. Nani Young able to win that high ball. Angel's going to take it to the corner. The Columbia throw. The clock is ticking. 25 seconds remaining. Can Yale get this ball back? Ten seconds remaining, and I think that will just about do it. Number one, Columbia, able to come back and score 3 unanswered goals. They were down 2-0, and this is why the number one team is the number one team. They're ranked number 6 East regionally, and Yale unable to protect their house today. But I tell you, these seniors that have been here for 4 years, Nana Young, one of the mainstays in this Yale back line. Unfortunate and unlucky with the decision today. But if you're looking at it from the Yale point of view, they know they can hang with anybody in the league. And that's just a parody of the Ivy League this season. As we see the Olympico there. And we are going to roll out here. We had an exciting one today. We have Columbia coming out with a win, 3-2. This has been a production of ESPN Sports. Have a good day.